Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. There is a lot going on, and I want to admit something. Today, we are working on OpenStack on Equinix Metal using Terraform. Yesterday, I started playing with it, and I ran into a bug that is specific to Mac OS Catalina, and I am having trouble resolving it. So today, challenge. Help me fix it, help me get past. So it might be, depending on who's online this morning, we might just keep bashing our heads against this bug because it's very new, it's very specific to Catalina. Or we might get to finish. But either way, we're going to play with OpenStack on Equinix Metal. We have actually played with this before, but we did it Equinix on Packet. And there we go. I was like, I don't see my share screen. Here we go. So we did this back when it was OpenStack on Packet. We have since rebranded to Equinix Metal. And because of that, we are migrating repositories from Packet host to Equinix. We are obviously we're obviously rebranding from Packet to Equinix Metal. The rebrand happened on October 6th of 2020, but the repos are just now starting to be migrated over because there's actually a lot of work in migrating a repo. Shocking. You can't just move it and let the redirects happen. So quite a few streams ago, we already reviewed this. I reviewed this yesterday, and it's exactly the same except rebranded, and now the repository includes the stream of Makai and I doing the walkthrough of OpenStack on Packet. So obviously this OpenStack on Equinix Metal, definitely overdue. And here is the thing. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of sharing just a little bit, I'm going to share my whole screen. So let me close Slack. Let me close yeah. Let me shift some things around on my desktop because right now it's a hot mess. So we'll keep you, and you. Okay, so I'm going to share my whole screen. You ready? This is my whole screen, my entire screen. I hope it works out. Ooh. Hey. Whoa. Okay. First of all, let's get StreamYard off of here. Boo. There we go. Okay, so here's the thing is now I can't take comments and I can't see StreamYard. So this kind of sucks, but you can see what I've been doing so far. Let me make this bigger. Okay, so all I was doing yesterday is following the instructions, which pretty easy. I already exported. Let me make sure. So all I'm doing is checking my environment exports. Maybe I did it in this window. TF. Okay, so I haven't exported on here. And, ooh, the mouse is very sensitive today. Let me close out all my work stuff. My console reset. So let me sign back in. Because some of the things you need is your project ID, which is this is when we're going to get to this later. We'll get to you. We'll be back. So export TF Terraform variable for the metal project ID equals that. And then export Terraform variable metal auth token, which I also created yesterday. It is this one. Bam. So now when we do our environments rep TF, we see our two terraforms. We've followed all of this. Our Equinix Metal account has an SSH key attached. I checked that yesterday. I updated to the latest Terraform version, which is 0.14. So let's do this. I am in a empty directory so that we can play. No. What do you mean? What? Could not. Shush. You shush. You exist. Git clone. Could not create work tree directory, Terraform, Metal, OpenStack. How weird. Oh. Huh. That's weird. Okay, there it goes. That was weird. Cool. Normal Wednesday. Good morning. Central European time. Okay, so now it's done. We cd into the directory, just like it says. We initialize Terraform. All this worked yesterday, no problem. We're about to get to the bug. If we get to a bug and we can't figure it out and our lights turn off, no problem. Ghosts are fine. I promise that I will work on this offline and figure it out and do this stream next Wednesday. We are doing this. Okay. So Terraform is fully initialized. We are doing the defaults. We are now just copying over the file, and this is where it borks. You ready? You ready? So it starts fine, and you say yes, this is what I want it to do. And it tries, it really does, but then this is what we get: the certificate signed by unknown authority in the 509. Now, here's the thing. I found this error. And I found the workaround is right here. Let me make it bigger. And I'm going to stop sharing my entire screen so that, remove. Stop screen, share a different section. Let's just do the back end. Okay, so I tried to figure this out. Here's the thing, is that within the keychain, the part of this workaround is that so depending on which resource fails, in this case for the ticket, registry.terraform.io for the comment above, or the S3 endpoint for the original issue post, you need to check which root CA is trusted for the certificate presented by that domain. And then do a weird, I love that he says dance. I love that they say dance in keychain. So, and I have keychain up, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. I don't know how to figure out which resource failed. I assume, that it has to do with this error. Of course it has to do with this error. Duh. Wait, is this the right one? I hope so. Yes. Okay. I'm going to make it much bigger. Actually, I'm going to do this. This error is the problem child. Let's also do that. There, much bigger. So the problem child is these two posts. And they're the same point where it's failing. It's the same certificate. So it's the api.equinix.com certificate. I don't know then how to associate the certificate with that to a specific certificate within my keychain. That is where I am. So if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. Otherwise, that's what the rest of this stream is going to be about, me Googling to figure out that error message and therefore how to move forward. And if we figure it out by 10 a.m., yay, and we'll move forward. But if we don't, then I'm going to call it a morning, let it go, talk to my colleagues as they come online, and move forward that way instead. Also, that's better. Let's do no logo, because the metal is right in front of the terminal. Yeah. So this is going to be a series of Googles and stuff. And here's my keychain. I feel like I'm breaking some rule. Don't show your keychain access. So this is what we got going on. I don't know how to tell which one is associated with the API. As you can, well, maybe you can't tell, but do you see how some of these have pluses and some of them don't? It's because, for example, with this, I went in, changed the trust from use system defaults to never trust. Or always trust. It's according to the bug. You're supposed to basically change the trust levels. close it, rechange the trust levels. So I've changed this one to never trust now. And now you can see there's a X, and that means never trust. So the pluses are always trust, the X's are never trust. And if it doesn't have anything, it means it's set to the system default. I'm going to change that back, because that's basically what I've been doing, is going in, looking at what it's currently set at, undoing it, flipping it back to what it's set at, and then trying again, which is awful. And then here's the thing, is that in the, like, these are all of the certificates, services, like, from around the world. And even in the ticket, in the actual bug, it was like, oh yeah, just go in and change the, what was it? It was the Baltimore Cyber Trust, but that was for that particular error message, that they could see that it was the Baltimore Cyber Trust root that was the problem. I don't think it's the global certificates in this case, because the error message is posts to the api.equinix.com. So one of the things I'm going to do is talk to our support people. And I'm not going to share my screen while I do that, or say what they're saying, because they haven't given permission. Like, I'm just making this up as I go. But I am going to have them off screen and see if they know what this is. Yeah. So first of all, there's a couple of us who are online in EMEA this morning. So 0 and 1 want to help me troubleshoot a CA issue, permissions issue, live streaming right now. I'm looking at you, Dan, and Gianluca, and Makai, because I'm a jerk. Please. But it's also totally okay if we don't figure this out. So what I'm trying to figure out is how do I figure out which resource fails? Which root CA is trusted for the certificate presented by that domain? That's the phrase. Certificate authority. Oh boy. So a friend of mine, so one of my colleagues is watching this right now. I'm like, don't you want to join? Okay. So I'm getting a lot of what is a certificate authority. How do I verify which root CA? How do I check CA chain installation? Security certificate validation fit. Ooh, he wants to join, y'all. Okay. Yay. Okay, cool. Jean-Luc is joining me. And we'll be here soon. Hi. I will admit I know nothing when he gets here. Yeah. How do I check the authenticity of a root certificate? How do I check the certificate's issuer? How do I know which? Oh, how do I determine the CA that signed my, maybe? Oh, here we go. Get your CA chain right. I feel like this morning's stream is brought to you by Gianluca. Okay, this morning's stream is not brought to you by Gianluca, but this morning's stream is brought to you by Certificate Authority. So, yes. So what I'm trying to do is actually OpenStack on Equinix Metal, which is its own bird. It's a rebrand. It should be fairly easy. It's starting to snow. No, okay. I am running into a certificate authority problem. Basically, when Terraform tries to apply application window, this happens. And I did a little searching, and it's a specific bug to Catalina, macOS, and Terraform, the intersection of Terraform and Mac Catalina OS. And so you basically, the solution is to, I'll show you the next screen, the bug, the actual listing is here. Now this assumes that you know, this is the key in the bug, is that you need to know which CA is associated with that error message. So the resource that is failing is the api.equinix.com. So all I have to do is go into keychain and basically toggle the CA associated with api.equinix.com to never trust and then always trust. And then that theoretically would solve it. I don't know how to figure out which CA is associated with api.equinix.com. Oh, you're muted. No.
Okay, now?
You're good.
Okay, I wasn't ready for this morning, so.
I know. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. So, yeah, I think that one of the way to go is to actually open api.equinix.com in your browser and check the lock where the URL, where you write the URL, because you should be able to see the certificates. And from there, you can probably trust the CA.
Oh my God. Okay, let me share my whole screen, because that was badass. That is such an awesome hack.
I mean, at least we can try that.
Mm-hmm. All right, you ready? Sharing the
Yeah.
whole screen. We're going to share all of Chrome. It's going to look a little weird because I'm on StreamYard right now. Blah! Okay.
Yeah, if you open api.equinix.com,
Right.
and you click on the locker there, I'll
learn something new every day. That is awesome.
Yeah. First, let's see if it works. Or worst case, we learn something that we are not using now. It's not that useful.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I already went over this. The certificate apparently in my trust is already set to always trust. But part of this bug is that it doesn't realize that.
Okay.
So I am going to stop sharing here. Oh, it's mad. It's like you're sharing, but you also have this open, but you also have that open. And I'm going to open up my keychain. And then pull up that certificate message. Okay, it said Digicert Global Root CA. Cert Global CA right there. Oh my gosh, mind blown. And according to the bug, all we have to do is toggle this to never trust, close it, and then you can see that it's now never trust, and then reopen and switch it to back to always trust.
It's like rebooting your machine. Almost.
It's totally a Windows thing. It's totally a Windows thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all we have to do according to the bug. Let's see if it actually works by trying to run the command again. Oh my gosh.
I feel the pressure.
I know. No pressure. But the awesome thing about Terraform is that in case you've never played with Terraform, Gianluca has, but in case you're watching and you've never played with Terraform, it will just start from where the error happened. It won't try to redo the stuff it was doing before. Okay. Once you approve. Oh!
No.
Okay.
The bug fix didn't work.
But I learned something, so I call it a win. Okay, let me check these other certificates that are listed on here. GeoTrust RCA, RSACA, which I don't, oh, it is GeoTrust no, it's not. GeoTrust Global CA is in here. But then, all right. Trust, always trust, change it to never trust, change it, authenticate to save the changes. I didn't have to do that because I've been authenticating. Double click again. Change it to use system defaults. My bad. Close. Okay, it's now system defaults. Yes. Y'all, it got past it. It got past it.
Oh, at least it's a different one.
It's a different error message. Okay, that's cool. Okay, it's just not finding something now.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, technically, yeah, it's not finding a SSH public key, but I don't know what it's speaking about.
Let me look in let me make sure my SSH key is still there. It's still there. Let me check on the project. The project has, it has the API key. We shouldn't need an SSH key on the project itself. No, it does look like it's saying it wants one on the project itself.
Yeah, it looks like it is looking for a SSH public key with the ID 0E70D, whatever. So
Yeah.
I
And
don't know
that
what it is.
is.
I mean, it's weird that it can't find that because it looks like it is creating it 2 lines above. So SSH publicly creating.
It's okay, I'll show you what I see. Stop screen. I see a new SSH key in the this one is brand new. It says 4:01 a.m. I assume because it's on a different, it's at a different data center as opposed to 10:03, 10:01. But this was literally just created. So this is the SSH that it just created. It's not the name at all.
Unfortunately, it doesn't show the ID of that resource.
Yeah.
So we don't know if it's the same one.
And this one, I don't know how to fix. I have not done my research on this one because I was just playing with CAs yesterday. I should have pinged you yesterday. Oh, I'm so glad I learned that new trick.
Do you have what is the project that you're using? Like, is it?
I will show you.
Because maybe we can.
Actually, I'll do better than show you. I'll make a banner. So this is the one that we're working on today, which is a public project, Terraform Metal OpenStack on the github.com/Equinix repository. We have done the first few steps of exporting the keys, and we're using the standard Equinix Metal employee console for getting the project ID and stuff like that. The thing is that
But I think something that we can probably do, but you have to tell me. I don't know. We can do like probably like a Terraform delete and apply again and see. Technically, it should remove that key and try again. So if there is something dirty in the middle, it should just go away.
How do we do a Terraform delete or remove or unapply? Destroy. Terraform destroy. Okay.
Scary has its sound.
Brutal. Okay. Oh, nope. Stop it. Share screen. Application window. Let's do this one. All right, here we go. Feels so.
Yeah, it should tell you what it's gonna destroy. So
7 to destroy. There's our key.
Yeah.
There's a key you can't find. What? It's fine. This is fine.
I presume there is for sure a smarter way to fix that. That should be like you can use Terraform import to import that, but I don't know. Not that smart.
No, we're on the same page. We're on the same smartness.
So I presume, you can, at this stage, it should do again everything when you do apply. So technically.
Apply is not the opposite of destroy, and destroy is not the opposite of apply. Yeah, definitely. Once it creates, the key, it looks like it's the key creation is fine, but then it's just not finding. goes first. This. It's not finding this project.
Oh, it's called OpenStack, not OpenStack. I don't know if that's the problem, but it doesn't sound right.
You are awesome.
Okay. I made so many of them that I can just
Right.
But I don't know if that's the case. But that sounds wrong in any case.
Okay. I'm gonna laugh.
That's it. That's better. Oh no, you said yes.
It got further along. Oh no, it didn't.
No,
that's
it's
the same spot.
So at least
okay.
Now we have to figure out if the fix we made it's a fix or another complication of
exactly
situation. So bare metal TF line 2.
Yeah.
I mean, how if you look at in the Equinix Metal console, how is the name of the project? It's
Terraform Metal OpenStack, as opposed to OpenStack. Like it's definitely not. It's not this format, but this format is supposed to be related. Oh, you know what?
No.
I'm wondering if, so here's the thing about this particular sandbox is that we can't actually create new projects within this sandbox. And I'm wondering if it's failing. Here, I'll show you what happens. Let me stop sharing and share my console window. So within this sandbox, I don't know why it's called Charlie testing, but within the sandbox, if you try to start a new project of any kind, it fails. And I'm wondering if this is part of the problem, because it is saying the project is the one that's not creating, and that it should be OpenStack dash, So I'm wondering if this is part of the problem. We are not amused.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm reading the README to see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, once you do the Terraform apply, it just switches to, at the conclusion of the deployment, the final settings will be displayed. So it obviously is anticipating no problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't. I mean, I'm looking at the variables.tf, so it doesn't ask for like a project name or whatever. So I suppose it is even assuming that the project is already there or it is creating one. So I don't know which direction they do.
And here's the thing is that we specifically exported our ID for this project. So why is it trying to create a new, like it shouldn't, I don't remember it creating a new project when we did this 6 months ago. This is part of the problem. Last time I did this was 6 months ago. And it just worked.
So if you echo the TF var metal project ID, you say that you have a variable in there.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me show you that. No, ask everything. These are the, so this is
also
the,
your out key there, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So that should be good.
The maintainer for this project is asleep, which is the awesome part of streaming on a Europe morning is if your maintainer is in North America, then that's it. But what I can do is go to John Studaris and be like, hey, I ran into this bug. Hey up. And then next week we'll just stream again with the fix. We already have something we can fix within the GitHub repo, which is that typo within the bare metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that can happen.
Yeah, I think I can be more helpful then.
Bing. I'm just gonna commit that directly because I'm a rebel like that. I'm wondering if there's a typo somewhere else too, though.
I don't see other open T. So if there is a typo, it's not about the S. It's a different one.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm wondering. No, I don't see. Usually, when I don't know what to do, I usually look for like a CI because in there, usually there is something good that we can use.
Oh, true. But I don't think there is a CI associated with this.
Yeah, at least there is a Terraform apply that runs. So, but it looks like it has the same. It failed with the same error.
Seriously? Can you share your screen? Show me. Show me.
Yeah.
Show me what you see.
Let me share my screen. Share screen. Can you see the repository?
Yeah. Can you make it bigger, please?
I can. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, when I don't know what to do, I look at the CI and this red stuff.
Brilliant.
Oh, this is new. So this is the fix you just made. But let's see if there are other. I mean, even the one before yours is red. So apparently from 8th of January, the CI is broken. And if I look at the error, the Terraform apply phase, as you can see, the CI system is kind of complete because they do a setup, they do an init, they do a format to check the formatting, they do a plan, and they do apply. And the apply is the command you are doing that fails and fails with the same error. So even
that's awesome. I mean, that sucks, but
I mean, at least we know. And if we look back in the history, we see that it started fading here. So we can even check here if it fails with the same error message. It looks like that's the case. So if we look at the difference here, we should be able to find it. So obviously I don't know what I'm reading, so it's kind of hard to tell. but somewhere.
It's definitely playing with the SSH key.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like it, the file that is failing for us is the bare metal TF, and it looks like they didn't touch the
part that it
OpenStack.
says is failing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be something. Probably it's not related to this commit precisely, but at least we know that like the previous commit, that is remove Nova console TF, was green, so it wasn't failing for that with that error. So technically, if I have to, guess, I presume something here changed that broke how the project works. And yeah, I'm looking at other commits that failed, but those looks like are failing in a totally different way. So I presume it's just a working, situation. So they were trying to make a change that didn't work here. So if we open a couple of those, well, this file got removed drastically, so it doesn't look like.
So actually, it looks like I should talk to Marcus instead of John. Marcus and Joseph.
Yeah, it looks like something around. He's changed it.
Yeah.
Made the CI to fail with that error, but technically, we had other updates later. But yeah, I mean, if I have to guess, I presume that something here broke the apply for the project, but I also don't know what I'm speaking about. So it's mainly it's mainly a forensics analysis, I presume.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
But yeah, and I think overall, when something doesn't work, look at CI. It's usually
look at the CI. I learned 2 new things today. One, how to look up a certificate root, a responsible certificate root for a browser via the browser. And I learned how to look at the CI for where something is broken and historical. It's pretty awesome.
And it's only like 10:30, so
it's only 10:30. So what a day.
So yeah, I think I can do more, but thank you for having me. So it was fun.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks, Gianluca.
Bye.
I think we're gonna call it a morning. We actually resolved the original bug, which was the certificate CA. That's like saying ATM machine. We fixed the CA bug, which is awesome, and we fixed we found a typo and we fixed that. So feeling pretty good. And then we've run into a new bug. So I'm going to go to the maintainers and and open an issue. And even Gianluca, literally while I was saying, I'm going to go to the maintainers and open an issue, he goes, open the issue live. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so let's open an issue live because, because I know Marcus, I know Joseph Marhi, I know John Sujaris, I could privately message them and take care of this. But if you didn't know them, what would you do? Well, you would go into the repo and you would click on issues. So, okay. No, that's different. I thought it had the exact issue that we were running into. So it's not necessarily a bad, it's not necessarily a bad idea to look over the issues already listed. If let me make sure I have the, okay, here we go. If you had an error message, you would also try to do a search on it in the filter. If there were too many error messages or issues to search through, that's one way you could look for it. It looks like this issue has not been found, which I'm not surprised. It just came over here as of, October. So I'm not surprised that we haven't seen this error yet. And also the error we were running into was based on Catalina, which is a very new operating system for or maybe it was Big Sur. Anyway, so we're going to file an issue on this. Now, I am one of the things that I used to be in support. I used to be a support engineer. And one of the things I learned to cherish is there is a good way to file a bug, and there is a not as good way to file a bug. So a not as good way would be server doesn't boot, and that's it. That's all the information you get. But a better way is to say what you were trying to do, the steps, what you thought the intended result should be, the steps you took for what you were trying to do, and what actually happened. And this way that you're transferring your experience to another person so that that other person can then go, okay, well, I'm going to follow the steps that you did and see if I get the same error. And basically reproducibility, which I don't even know if that's an actual word, but it sounds like a word. It sounds smart. But the ability to reproduce an error is vital to being able to troubleshoot and solve an issue. So step one. So what we're trying to do, what I was trying to do, what I expected to happen, steps to reproduce, and actual outcome. So these are the things that you just go down and you write. You answer those 4 questions. So we were trying to, what step were we on? Terraform apply. I'm going to open this in a new tab so I can see our exact steps. What step were we on? We're following the steps of the README. Follow the README steps to create a default OpenStack on Equinix Metal environment. That's what we were trying to do. Create the default is the minimal config. We were trying to create the minimal config. Oh. Environment. This is better here. What actually happened was the error message let me Copy. And just so it knows the few steps before that error message were this. This way, a person working on it can see exactly at what point in the Terraform build that it failed. My colleagues are now helping me in Slack and being like, Marcus dealt with this already because of the 509. Now we're getting an error not found within the bare metal .tf file. So steps to reproduce. We're basically, we got to the Terraform apply. Let me check this. Let me check this. Yeah. Okay. So the steps that we did these steps. we did all these. That is the $sign is a Linux. That's from working on a Fedora system for years. It was actually this symbol. And then we did this. And then all I'm doing is making sure that they know that I followed the README steps. They know that I know that they know that I know. I know. And then Terraform apply, I think, is the next one. Or no, the copy. Copy. Whoops. Undo. Copy and then Terraform apply. Okay. All done. Use an N2 extra. Oh, okay. Never mind. They're no longer talking to me. Stop looking. Okay, so that's it. That's how I would file an issue with the I would check their labels as well. Awesome. I would say other than that, I don't know enough about the issue. So it's got a bug issue. But yeah, then it's filed. And that's how we file an issue with a repository when you have a bug. So what I'm hoping is I'm going to follow up with Marcus and Joseph and John this afternoon and see if we can't get this fixed by next Wednesday. And then hopefully next Wednesday, we'll be able to do a full run through of this repository with a beautiful demo, and everything will work and it'll be awesome. Yes. And so, yeah, thank you for joining us today. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. And otherwise, I will see you on Saturday night when we do an escape room, or next Wednesday when every morning we do an open source something. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.